Hello everyone. Hello. How are you all doing? Can you hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, just give me a thumbs up in the comments. Yeah, all good? Great. So, this is another week. Oh, who feels like the time is going so fast? If you feel that the time is going so fast, just raise your hands. Oh my God, I feel the same. Oh my goodness, time really flies. Because I remember just a few days ago, it was last Saturday, and we talked about, what we talk about. So we're talking about rising above the average, and every week, I'm committed to sharing with you a few things that I learned myself that I think will help you on your journey to be the best version of yourself. But before we get right into what I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to share with you something very important today. It's called the 4 factors that determine your net worth. And we're going to jump into that in a bit. But by now you should know the drill. Before we get into what I'm going to share today, we're going to talk about what we've learned this past week. So what have you learned this past week? Would you like to share with me? I would love to hear from you. What have you learned this past week? Anything you've learned? Think about it. It's been 7 days since the last time we were together on live. Though I'm literally on your screen like every day because I like to drop little insights and thoughts of the day. But what have you learned this past week? Tell me, what have you learned this past week? What have I learned myself? What have I learned this past week? Let's see. I've learned a lot of things actually this past week, but I'm going to share one particular one. So as you know, as long as we're still human beings, things are always going to come up. So I had a situation this past week, and I learned that that no matter what happens, you have to keep going on. I always love this quote from Steve Harvey that says that if you're going through hell right now, keep going. Why would you want to stop in hell? Doesn't it make sense? Like, think about it. Why would you want to stop in hell? Like, many of us, when we go through difficulties and challenges, the first thing is like, look, we need to back up. But look, you're already in it. Yeah? You can't go back. There's no way going back. You just have to go forward. You can't go back. It's like, if you're going through hell, then keep going through it. Why would you stop in hell? And it makes so much sense because it's true. Why would you stop in hell? So I learned this week, that no matter what is happening, you just have to keep going forward. You just have to keep moving. Do whatever you can to just keep moving, to move forward, to take the steps that you have to take to improve and grow in your life. That's what I have learned this past week. So what have you learned? Before we go right into what I'm going to talk about today, what have you learned? Yeah? Tell me. Great. I'm seeing some of your comments here. Yes. Oh, by the way, it doesn't matter whether you join me live or you don't. That's completely fine. Whenever you watch this, you can always share it with me in the comments below. I'll be sure to read them. What have you learned this past week? Great. Beautiful. So today, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about the 4 factors that determine your net worth. First of all, what is your net worth? One thing I have noticed is that rich and successful people, they actually don't, how will I say, they actually don't really have measure themselves in terms of monthly income or stuff like that. They actually, many times when you read like the headlines or the news, when they're talking about rich people, they're usually talking about, so and so person is worth how many millions, how many billions, So what is that? So basically it's just everything that you own in this, just a simple man's language, everything that you own minus everything that you owe. That is your net worth. And many people don't really step back and ask themselves, what is my net worth right now? And I believe that if you're like me and you're interested in building wealth in any way, form, or shape. That I think it's important to start with understanding and being clear about what is your net worth right now. And it doesn't matter where you are right now, as long as you're willing to make progress and move forward. I believe that you understanding your present net worth will help you to move on and to improve it and to grow it. All right, so I'm going to be sharing from this book. I know it's really upside down right now. It is The Secret of the Millionaire Mind. Maybe some of you have read it, and if you haven't, please grab a copy. If you really want to grow your mind and really build wealth and improve your mindset, The Secret of the Millionaire Mind is a no-brainer. So I'm reading from page 138, and it says, so the 4 factors that determine your net worth. So the 4 factors are, number 1, income. Number 2, savings. Number 3, investments. And number 4, simplification. We're going to dive deep into all of them. So I'll continue reading. It says, income comes in 2 forms: working income and passive income. Has anyone heard about passive income? If you haven't, we'll talk a little bit about it later. Working income is the money earned from active work. This includes a paycheck from a day-to-day job, or for an entrepreneur, the profits or income taken from a business. Working income requires that you are investing your own time and labor to earn money. Working income is important because without it, it is almost impossible to address the other 3 network factors. Yeah. Working income is how we fill up our financial funnel, so to speak. All things being equal, the more working income you earn, the more you can save and invest. See how it works? Although working income is critical, again, it is only valuable as a part of the entire net worth equation. So, unfortunately, poor and middle class people focus exclusively on working income out of the 4 factors. Consequently, they end up with a low or no net worth. We don't want that. We don't want to end up with a low or no net worth. No. From today, we decide to know our net worth, and we decide to increase our net worth. Passive income is money earned without you actively working. Ooh, isn't that nice? That you don't have to actively work and you're still earning money. We will discuss passive income in greater details, right? I'll talk about that. So basically, passive income is income you earn continuously. After doing the work once, it runs continuously for you. Maybe if you're an author, you write the book once and then you get paid royalties every now and then. Something like that is passive income. Let's move on to factor number 2, which is savings. So savings is also imperative. He continues by saying, you can earn wads of money, but if you don't save any of it, you will never create wealth. Many people have a financial blueprint that is wired for spending. Oh my God, you hear that? Many people have a financial blueprint that is wired for spending. Oh my goodness. Me included. That's why I'm learning all these strategies so that I can build my net worth. So you're not alone. Don't feel guilty. Don't worry at all. We're on this journey and we're going to do it together. So I'll continue reading. It says, whatever money they have, they spend. They choose immediate gratification over long-term balance. Spenders have 3 mottos. Their first motto is, it's only money. Therefore, money is something they don't have much of. Second motto is, what goes around comes around. At least they hope so. I mean, don't we all? Because their third motto is, sorry, I can't right now, I'm broke. Without creating income to fill the funnel and savings to keep it there, it is impossible to address the next net worth factor. So we've covered Number one, we're talking about, and if you're just joining us, we're talking about 4 factors that determine your net worth. And number one is your income. Number 2, your savings. And now we're going to number 3, which is investment. Once you've begun saving a decent portion of your income, then you can move to the next stage and make your money grow through investment. Generally, the better you are at investing, the faster your money will grow and generate a greater net worth. Rich people take the time and energy to learn about investing and investments. They pride themselves on being excellent investors, or at least hiring excellent investors to invest for them. How good is that? Poor people think investment is only for rich people. We are debunking those thoughts right now. No way. Investment is not only for the rich people. Investment is for everyone and anyone who is interested. Especially anyone who wants to make wealth, like we are. If we are here because we want to grow our finances, grow every area of our lives. Poor people think investing is only for rich people, so they never learn about it and stay broke. Oh, no. We are not going to stay broke. We are working our way through to financial freedom. Again, every part of the equation is important. I truly believe that, I always say this, life is about balance, and it's true. Everything is about balance. There's nothing, basically, is your arm important or your leg? What is more important, your arm or your leg? No brainer, both. Both are important. You need your arms and you need your legs, right? So life is about balance. Let's move on to the fourth factor. So our fourth net worth factor may well be the dark horse of the bunch, because few people recognize its importance in creating wealth. This is the factor of simplification. It goes hand in hand with saving money, whereby you can consciously create a lifestyle in which you need less money to live on. By decreasing your cost of living, you increase your savings and the amount of funds available for investing. So let's take a simplification. So we talk about 4 factors, right? Number 1, income. Number 2, savings. Number 3, investment. And number 4 is simplification. So in simple terms, what does simplification mean? Simplification means that, what does simplification mean? Simplification means that you simplify your life in a way that you actually need to live less. You need less to live on. And that way you have more to invest, more to save, you have more money with you. So you just simplify everything in your life and you just have, less to spend on. Basically, it's like as your income grows, instead of maybe you used to need 55% to cover your bills and everything. And maybe with time, after simplifying your life, you maybe need 50% or even 45%. Wouldn't that be nice if you had like 60% or 65% to save and to invest and to do other things to build financial freedom in the future? That would be awesome. So that's simplification. Simplify your lifestyle in a way that you actually need less money to live on and to cover your bills. So again, building your net worth is a 4-part equation. As an analogy, imagine driving a bus with 4 wheels. This gets really interesting. Listen up. What will the ride be like if you were driving on 1 wheel only? Ooh. Probably slow, bumpy, full of struggle, sparks, and going in circles, wouldn't it? Does that sound familiar? It does to me. How about you? Does it sound familiar? Rich people play the money game on all 4 wheels. All of it. As I said, I think we human beings, we tend to be like, what is most important? This or this. But look, your arm or your leg? What is most important, your arm or your leg? We're talking about 4 factors that determine your net worth. And in the equation of your net worth, all of them are important. So let's not get stuck on, is income more important? Is savings more important? Is investment more important? Is simplification more important? All of them are important. And what we are trying to achieve here is the balance of all to increase our net worth. So rich people play the money game on all 4 wheels. That's why their ride is fast, smooth, direct, and relatively easy. How about that for your life? Would you like your life to be fast? I mean, your ride to be fast, smooth, direct, and relatively easy? I bet so. By the way, I use the analogy of a bus because once you are successful, your goal might be to bring others along on the ride with you. Oh, how good. Wouldn't you? Now, we all have immediate families that we love and we would like them to join us. And I love this analogy about the bus because once you're successful and now you have a bus and then you have space in your bus, you want your family to come along, your siblings, your friends, everybody that is willing to listen. You just want them to come along and to enjoy the ride with you, because you know what? I personally believe that it is much more fun when you have people around with you at the top and not when you're just by yourself at the top. Have you ever had the experience of climbing a mountain and you've climbed and then you get there and wait, what? Okay, you're at the top of the mountain, you have this beautiful view and everything, and then what? And you came, I mean, most of the time you kind of climb with someone, but if you're by yourself, then you get bored. But if you're with someone, you guys can just play around, take pictures, do stuff, you see. So actually, when you're at the top, you really want people, you want people that you love, that you care about to also be there, right? So, oh my God, it was such a pleasure for me to share these 4 factors that determine net worth with you. This is something I myself am learning. I myself am on my journey to creating wealth, and I do whatever I can to stack the odds on my side. I do whatever I can to make sure I get there sooner, faster, and relatively easy and smooth. I must add that. So on this journey, I just thought that I could share what I'm learning as well. And anybody who's interested in growing and actually rising above the average could join in anytime. I do this every Saturdays at 11 a.m. BST, British Standard Time. It's summertime, so in winter it kind of changes a little bit, but if you follow me on Instagram, you always get notified. And if you also subscribe to askalotanything.com, where you can get my free 8 steps to massively be successful in your business. If you're interested in building a business or being an entrepreneur, you're also going to get notifications whenever I go live, and you can get a lot of free stuff on my website. And it was just such a pleasure, and honestly I'm getting to really enjoy myself every weekend to talk with you guys, because I love sharing everything that I'm learning, and I'm learning a lot of things, and I know that these things have proven to work for me personally in my life, and I know that they'll work for you if you dare to apply them. So this is all I have to share with you today. I'm looking forward to connecting again with you next week, Saturday. But remember, before then, stay strong, stay vibrant, and stay positive. And I'm wishing you a great, great, beautiful weekend. And oh yes, happy Easter. Happy Easter. And even if you're not a Christian, enjoy yourself, enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you next weekend. Bye, and keep learning. Bye-bye.